What up? What up? What up? What up? What it is? What it do? You know who it is. Who are you? You back again with the gods from the 22 twos.
With the gun
Right here.
hands. Pow, 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 pow.
We're
Pew,
here
pew.
for another quick hitter.
Pew,
Going
pew.
through some quick topics real quick. Give y'all a little bit of content, a little bit of knowledge on the sports and the hip hop culture. So I hope you're ready. And with that, I'm gonna kick it over to the moderator extraordinaire himself.
Yes, sir, fellas. Are y'all ready? Are
Let's
y'all
get
ready?
it.
Always.
Sooner,
Let it
so,
go.
sooner or later, we gonna get called haters because we give our opinion on sports, and that's literally what happened a few weeks ago. So we got beef. We got beef colliding in the hip hop and sports world, as it kind of typically does. You know, Cam and Mase, big up you on show. It is what it is. Had some opinions on Shakur Stevenson fighting style and his matches. Keyword: boring. They called it boring. It was their opinion. A lot of people watch these fights. A lot of people have the same opinions. Yeah. Now this started the social media back and forth. You got Shakur responding. You got Jay Prince, who manages Shakur, responding. Fellas, my biggest thing is, ain't Jay Prince supposed to be the boogeyman? I've been hearing about Jay Prince being the boogeyman in the hip-hop world for so long. So when I watch Cam and Mase come at him like they did on their show, I'm like, fellas, please keep it to the mic. Please keep it to the mic. Because if the other thing came out,
pause. Yeah. Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
Watch out.
No diddy. But if they take it to the streets, it could get really ugly from everything I've been hearing. So, Sean, talk to me about like just having opinions on players, boxers, whatever your sport. Nothing's personal. We try to give our opinion on what we're watching for public consumption, and people take it personal and go to the next level. So talk to me about this beef. It could be short-lived, but if they want to drag it out, they could drag it out.
Listen, first and foremost, shout out to the gods, Cam'ron and Mase, okay? They're one of the reasons why I even thought it was possible to even jump into the podcast space on my behalf, because they're just regular dudes talking about what they see and offering their opinion. And if you don't like the opinion, well, you know,
it is what it is. It is what it is.
Shout out to it is what it is, right?
It is what it is.
I feel like their opinion was validated by the opinion of others. It just so happens that they have one of the largest platforms that they can have a conversation regarding the conversation around Shakur Stevenson and his performance in the ring. I mean, when you watch him box, who did he fight last? This was back in November, so forgive me if I don't remember the name. But if you look at the way that he boxed, he wasn't engaging in the fight. He was boxing for points. And it wasn't necessarily defensive boxing. It was jab, jab, run away, jab, jab, run away. And a lot of people did not like that. Half the people walked out during the fight. You know what I'm saying? So when Mase and Cam circled back around to talk about his performance, it was just merely his performance. I mean, yeah, it went a little bit into his personality, how he handles the social media. Right. But then he took offense to that. And he turned around and he started getting on the Twitter fingers. Oh, you old heads are washed up. Y'all don't know what y'all. When was the last time y'all had a hit? It was like, pipe down, young fella. You talking two legends right now, okay? Mace's Harlem World, Grammy nominated, hood appreciated rap artists that have an opinion that does matter because they actually know what they're talking about. Sometimes Mace be slipping, but Mace is the god. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, Cam and them hit the nail right on the head. It struck a nerve with Shakur. Cam and Mase did what they do. Or you're going to jump in the ring with us in a war of words, you're not going to win. We are from Harlem. This is what we do. And then
not with some lyricists.
Nah, not at all, because that's what they do for a living. They talk, right? They talk crazy for a living.
Yeah,
talk crazy for a living. So him jumping into that ring, having the personality that he has, he looked butthurt about everything that was said. And it didn't pause, and it didn't go the way that he planned. Then Jay Prince jumps in with the whole boogeyman talk, like you mentioned, because everybody knows that Jay Prince has a reputation for checking people in his city and checking people.
The Spectrum Monster got shown.
Yeah. That's the actual Oscar Grammy clock ran out on him.
The band's playing him off. The band's playing him off.
Your time is up, sir. Your time is up.
The band is playing him off.
But you know what I'm saying, to kind of, you know, elaborate a little bit more on what he was saying. You know, I feel like part of the issue is that you got these guys that are athletes and are promoters and whatever, and now, you know, with new media, you got people that are not necessarily on ESPN or whatever the network, and I feel like you gotta approach it the same way. These guys are now. You should treat them the same way you treated media before, because Jay Prince would have never did that to a media personality. But because I feel like these people are more closer.
You feel that street connection.
Yeah. But they're doing the same job, so you got to approach it the same way. It's a commentator talking about what they see in sports, and they right. Shakur ain't got no pop. He ain't got no pop in his hands. He, you know what I'm saying. He trained with Bud, and the difference is Bud he got pop. So Bud could friggin' box for points, but his points hurt. So you know, the accumulation of his points will lay somebody down, whereas Shakur ain't got no pop. And the crazy thing is them talking about him fighting Tank. That's a disaster waiting to happen, because
Tank don't respect him.
Tank don't respect
him, son.
Yeah. He gonna walk him down.
Yeah, Tank said it already. Tank said it's a different fight. You could box, but it's a different fight when you get hit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Tank gonna walk through his punches and walk him down, and
that treacherous left hook gonna put him on the seat of his pants, and it's gonna be all she wrote. Yeah. But real quick, I want to go back to Jay Prince real quick. And Mase said it best. He's like, yo, like, we're not your little homies. You know what I'm saying? And talking to grown men like that based on their opinion, it's not affecting anybody's money. No. This is not a media space where you can check somebody based on their personal opinion. It's their opinion.
I think,
you know what I'm saying? And bringing violence to that.
I think to that point, going back to what I was saying, it's like when they say check him, check your fighter. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like, you're not gonna say that to Teddy Atlas. You're not gonna say that, you know, to whoever you're
not gonna say it to Max Kellerman.
Yeah,
you're not gonna say it to
you're not gonna say that. But
you're not gonna say it to Oscar. Don't say it to me.
Because you feel like, okay, this is the pitfall that we fall into in the hip hop community, is that, you know, we feel like we can speak to who we consider our peers, which really they're not his peers, any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Right. So,
Darnell, I want to get to you real quick. It kind of has the connotation of like the get off my lawn thing, right? Like, we're in this age now where, you know, media personalities are giving their opinion, whether it's basketball and, you know, there's no hand check, they don't play defense. Football, oh, they can't tackle anymore, the game is soft. And now boxing, you got these opinions like, oh, he's not a boxer, he just plays on defense a lot, this is boring, so on and so forth. Are we getting to that era where we're the get off my lawn uncle types and we're just shitting on all these sports because they weren't how it was in the glory days?
I don't think, as long as there's been sports, there's always going to be the get off my lawn guy. Period. There's always somebody that's going to compare and say, hey, this time was not as good as mine's, etc. I think I really want to say this because a lot of times the guys that are older, and I said, like, and it's something that, you know, we kind of look at them as like, oh, these guys had their glory days and all this other stuff. What a lot of these young guys don't understand, that's going to be you in like 30, 40 years. Like, it doesn't go away. You know what I mean? So if you want to give respect when you get older, because you don't want to be that person. You don't want to be the get off my lawn person. You want to be somebody that could give knowledge, give feedback, and the young heads be like, oh, okay, I get what you're talking about here. Like, imagine, like, and for example, it's like with Rocky. Imagine if Rocky didn't listen. And what happened? It would never happen. Fighting Drago. Never would have happened. I know it's a movie, but it's the same exact thing. You know, he thought he was hot stuff, but he had to get humbled. You know, so a lot of the younger guys nowadays, man, it said like they have to understand that a lot of people have been there before. What? You got
I was gonna say nothing. I seen this guy over here. You know,
why are you talking, man? I'm saying it's Rocky.
I mean, it ain't me.
Nobody said anything.
Talk to that dude. It ain't me.
Nobody said anything.
Body language say everything, bro. Like,
there's a lot, but I don't care. It is what it is.
No. But to your point, like the get off the lawn guy, you know what I'm saying? It's all of us in some way or way, shape, or form or another, right?
I don't think this is a get off the lawn situation, though. I think Shakur, I mean, he has severely been, underwhelming. Like the hype that he had, a few years ago, he's not lived up to it. And people talk about Mayweather. Like Mayweather was not. He was. What the hell I was going to say? Mayweather.
He was tactical.
He was
very tactical.
He was a very tactical boxer. But guess what? He engaged, and there was excitement. He didn't have to knock somebody out, but he wasn't gonna run away. He was gonna stand in front of you. He was gonna let you punch. He was gonna let you take your shots, and he was gonna make you look pedestrian. Shakur does not do that. He has no pop, and a lot of people forget Mayweather. He has pop, but he has so many problems with his hand. He changed his style of fighting so that he wasn't hitting dudes as hard, but he can knock you out when he needed to.
That right hand, he hit people so hard and so often with it that he broke it multiple times. And like to your point, he couldn't throw it the same anymore.
Yeah.
And that was the difference. And that swivel shoulder, son, patented. And he could fight in a phone booth.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson, like to your point earlier, if he runs into a Javante and he gets walked down and he gets popped once, it's a different fight, bro.
Yeah, that's Tank.
Different fight.
That's what Tank want. He want to chase you. He want to chase you. So,
but listen, at the end of the day, they're only gonna respond to the things they feel most offended by, right? And there's got to be some truth to it, because otherwise, you let it roll off your shoulder and you keep pushing. But listen, Shakur, stay in your truth, brother. Keep boxing the way you box. If you feel you like that, and if you feel like you're him, continue to do your thing. Bring on the opponents, fight them, beat them. Then everybody's gonna have to change their tune. You don't gotta be verbal and change it for them. You heard?
What's most important is he's winning fights.
Yeah,
he's winning fights.
Ugly.
You know what I'm saying? Not the way we would like him to.
Winning ugly,
but he's winning fights. So shout out to him for doing that. But my dude, you are boring.
You're boring. Yeah, very boring.
Sorry. I mean,
yeah, and don't come at us because we ain't superstars. So if you want to make us famous,
22 tools everywhere. You heard?
Yeah.